Making a dish requires a great mood. I use music and a beverage. Welcome to Cooking in the Mood. Today's dish is shrimp and grits, a southern favorite. Now, I never really had grits before until one day my daughter-in-law brought me some for breakfast and it became an instant favorite. First thing we're going to start out doing is making our grits. Now, don't get mad at me because we're using Quick Grits by Quaker. Should be ready in 5 to 7 minutes, but I usually test at 6. To get me through this dish, I'm listening to Anthony Hamilton's Clearly. This song is fire. And my beverage for today is Villa Elena Moscato. You can only get it at Trader Joe's, but it is absolutely delicious. The first thing I'm going to do is start out by bringing to a boil 3 cups of chicken broth. And to that, I'm going to add 1 cup of the Quick Grits. You only need 5 to 7 minutes. I would test at 6, but don't let them go any longer than 7 minutes. The reason why I'm using chicken broth is because it adds flavor. Instead of making these in water where you would need to add salt, the chicken broth is already seasoned. During this time, we're going to shred 8 ounces of Tillamook cheddar jack cheese. You could use sharp cheddar, medium cheddar, but depending on the strength of your cheddar is how intense the grits will be. I like the cheddar jack because it's a little mild, but you still get that cheddar kick that you want. After we shred, we're going to test the grits. And like I said, you don't want to go any further than 7 minutes. Once we've tested our grits and they're ready to go, we're going to remove it off the heat. We'll add 2 tablespoons of butter, black pepper, and all of our cheese. And we'll stir until it's nice and smooth. After that, we're gonna put it somewhere warm, covered. I personally put it in the oven in a warm setting, or just turn it on, get your oven hot, then turn it off, place your grits in there so that they stay nice and warm while you make your shrimp. You don't wanna leave it on the stove because it's too hard to scorch your grits and that wouldn't be good. We're incorporating bacon into this dish. And when I saw this ingredient, I was like, yes. You guys know how I feel about bacon. So 4 to 5 slices, and I'm gonna cook them until they're nice and crisp, setting them aside on a paper towel to drain. These are nice thick cut slices, so they're very meaty. Now I'll be cutting up some garlic cloves, about 2 to 3. You could always use more or less, depending on your love for garlic. And 2 to 3 stalks of green onions. We're going to saute these in the same skillet we made our bacon. We'll need the juice from 1/2 of a lemon. So the best way to get all of your juice from your lemon is to roll it on the counter first. Just put a little pressure from your hand and roll it back and forth on the counter. Then cut it in half. We're gonna check our bacon at this point and flip it over. We'll do this for about 2 more times and then it'll be ready to take out. I'm going to remove the bacon now and place it on a paper towel to drain and begin seasoning my shrimp. To season my shrimp, I'm using a little Cajun seasoning, some black pepper, and some cayenne because I like my food just a little spicy. And we're going to massage this with our hands to make sure everything gets mixed very well. We don't want more seasoning on one piece than it is on the other. In some of the bacon drippings, I'm going to saute the garlic and green onions. And after a minute, I'm gonna add the seasoned shrimp. We're going to stir this a couple of times until all of our shrimp pieces are nice and pink. While that's cooking, we'll add the 1/2 of the lemon juice. And here we'll put 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. Now, I probably didn't pronounce that correctly, but who does? Nobody. But it's definitely delicious and it brightens up this dish. As we stir our shrimp until they're nice and pink, we want to make sure we don't overcook them. Overcooking the shrimp would make them tough and we don't want that. The grits are fluffy, we need our shrimp nice and tender. You'll notice that I kept the tails on of the shrimp. Now you could take them off for easier eating, but the tails carry a lot of flavor. For plating, we're gonna use a bowl. We're gonna add a couple of spoonfuls of our lovely grits. We're going to take some of the shrimp, bacon, and green onion mixture, put that on top, add some more bacon and some fresh parsley, #delicious. If you like today's video, please hit the like button. Subscribe to my YouTube channel where you can get updates when new ones are available. Also, tag a friend and share. And starting today, CookingInTheMood.com goes live, where Cooking in the Mood presents dinner for two. See you next time.